A lawmaker in Georgia says she will introduce a bill that would outlaw transgender surgery and other treatments for children. Critics say such a bill will spread misery and even could cost people their lives. 11 Live's Doug Richards explains.
Transgender surgeries among children and teenagers are already pretty rare, but not rare enough, says a Republican lawmaker from Cobb County.
We don't even use the term transgender in the bill. This is simply a child abuse issue.
Representative Ginny Earhart plans to introduce a bill that would bar parents from approving surgery, hormone treatments, or medication to advance gender transition. Earhart says young people are too immature to make such decisions themselves.
Our studies have shown that a significant number of young children that identify as transgender when they are young will sway back and detransition back to their biological sex by the time that they're adults.
I am so angry at this legislation.
But Claire Schexnayder says hormone therapy saved her 14-year-old transgender son, Sam. She says a bill outlawing that would threaten the lives of teenagers seeking such treatment.
The option for me and my husband in not letting our child transition was suicide, probably. And that's really irreversible.
Representative Earhart's bill is still a work in progress, but she's expecting to receive a fair amount of support here at the Republican-led Capitol when the legislature reconvenes next year.